Chapter 20. Shadows of Truth. In the heart of London, amidst the bustling streets and the incessant hum of city life, journalist Emma Clark sat in her dimly lit office, surrounded by piles of documents, photographs, and digital recordings. For months, she had been tirelessly investigating a series of inexplicable events and decisions made by world leaders, sensing an underlying pattern that eluded public awareness. Emma, a seasoned reporter with a keen eye for detail, had first noticed the anomalies during a routine political assignment. Unusual patterns in leadership decisions, inexplicable changes in public policies, and a series of seemingly unrelated global events had piqued her curiosity. As she delved deeper, her discoveries led her to a conclusion that seemed straight out of a science fiction novel: the possibility of extraterrestrial influence on Earth's political stage. Her office, a testament to her investigative journey, was a labyrinth of conspiracy theories, half-truths, and possible leads. The walls were plastered with maps dotted with pins and strings, connecting various global incidents, from sudden changes in diplomatic relationships to unexplained military movements. The latest development, the brewing of a potential World War III against Russia, was a chilling escalation of the pattern she had been tracking. Emma's sources, a mix of whistleblowers and insiders, had hinted at a clandestine plot involving alien forces manipulating Earth's leaders. This theory, while outlandish to many, resonated with Emma, fitting the puzzle pieces of her investigation together. One evening, as the city quieted down, Emma received an encrypted email from a source known only as Deep Sky. The message contained a file labeled Voluntary Departure Program. Her hands trembled as she opened it, revealing documents that outlined a shocking program where humans were seemingly willingly conscripted for an unknown cause, with a significant number coming from psychiatric facilities. As Emma absorbed the information, the pieces of her investigation began to align. The erratic behavior of world leaders, the escalating global tensions, and now this program pointed to an unsettling conclusion. Earth was in the midst of an unseen cosmic chess game. Determined to bring the truth to light, Emma started drafting her exposé. She knew the risks involved in publishing her findings. Exposing a conspiracy of this magnitude could lead to severe repercussions, but the public had a right to know. Her article would reveal the extent of the manipulation and control exerted by alien forces over Earth's affairs. However, before she could finalize her report, Emma received an anonymous warning. "Be cautious. Eyes everywhere." The message was clear. Her investigation had attracted the attention of powerful entities. Emma was now at a crossroads. Going public with her findings could expose her to unknown dangers, but remaining silent meant complicity in the biggest cover-up in human history. As she sat in her office, the weight of her decision pressing down on her, Emma realized that her next steps could alter not just her life, but potentially the course of humanity's future. With a resolve born of conviction and a desire for the truth, Emma made her decision. She would publish her findings, consequences be damned. The world deserved to know the shadows of truth that lay hidden beneath the surface of global politics. The published article read as followed: The Hidden Hand, Uncovering the Cosmic Puppeteers Behind Global Politics. By Emma Clark. In an exclusive and groundbreaking investigation, we have uncovered a truth more bizarre and unsettling than any fiction, a narrative that, if true, rewrites our understanding of global politics and humanity's place in the cosmos. For months, our team has been sifting through a labyrinth of information, connecting the dots between seemingly unconnected global events. The conclusion? Earth's political stage is being manipulated by forces beyond our planet. In a harrowing discovery that shakes the very core of human decency and trust in global governance, an investigation into the Voluntary Departure Program has uncovered a disturbingly dark truth behind what was initially marketed as a compassionate option for those considering suicide. At the heart of this manipulation is the mysterious Voluntary Departure Program. Sources have revealed that this program, under the guise of voluntary participation, has been collecting individuals, particularly from psychiatric facilities worldwide. The purpose remains shrouded in mystery, but the implications are disturbing. Recent lab analyses of ashes, the only remains returned to families whose loved ones chose the voluntary departure, have revealed a shocking deception. In one particularly heart-wrenching case, a family, grieving the loss of their son who sought an end through the program, received what they believed were his ashes. However, upon independent analysis, these remains were found to be nothing more than common wood ash. The implication is as clear as it is macabre. No one has received the actual remains of their loved ones. Instead, they have been handed a fabricated symbol of closure. The program, initially hailed as a groundbreaking initiative for those at the brink of despair, is now unmasked as a facade for an operation far more sinister than anyone could have imagined. The question arises, if the ashes are not human, what exactly is the fate of those who have been whisked away under the guise of the voluntary departure program? This revelation ties into the broader narrative of global manipulation and extraterrestrial interference, as indicated by leaked documents and insider testimonies. The program appears to be a small cog in a vast, interstellar strategy orchestrated by alien entities known as the Nexusar, manipulating Earth's political leaders and exploiting human vulnerabilities. The imminent threat of a World War III against Russia, a conflict that is seemingly being orchestrated from the shadows, now appears to be a part of this larger, ominous puzzle. Digital manipulation on social media platforms has been employed to sway public opinion and isolate Russia, a move that aligns disturbingly well with the Nexusar's objectives. This investigation, then, is not merely the unveiling of a global conspiracy, but a dire warning. Our understanding of autonomy, human rights, and the value of life itself is under threat. The Voluntary Departure Program, a scheme that preyed on the most vulnerable under the pretense of compassion, is a chilling testament to the extent of manipulation humanity is subjected to. As we stand at this critical juncture, the question before us is not only about seeking the truth, but also about safeguarding our very humanity. The time for action is now. We must demand transparency, accountability, and most importantly, we must seek to protect those who cannot protect themselves from these unseen, manipulative forces. Journalist Emma Clark is a respected investigative journalist, committed to shedding light on the darkest corners of political deceit and championing the cause of truth and justice. In the dimly lit confines of her office, Emma Clark stood motionless, her gaze fixed on the intricate web of information adorning the walls. Strings interlaced, connecting world leaders, mysterious events, and shadowy organizations, forming a map of the hidden truth she was unearthing. Amidst this chaos of clues, one enigma remained: the identity of her elusive informant, Deep Sky. Emma's interactions with Deep Sky had always been shrouded in secrecy, their communications cryptic and carefully orchestrated to avoid detection. Yet, in their very method of communication, Emma began to discern a pattern that hinted at the source's identity. She recalled the clandestine techniques used by Deep Sky to relay information, methods reminiscent of Cold War espionage, a hallmark of Russian intelligence operations. Deep Sky had first contacted her via an encrypted email, a standard method for secure communication, but it was the subsequent exchanges that piqued her interest. Emma received information through a series of dead drops, a technique where physical information is left in a prearranged location for later retrieval, a method frequently used by Russian spies during covert operations. Additionally, Deep Sky had a penchant for coded messages hidden in seemingly innocuous newspaper ads, a tactic commonly employed by Russian intelligence agencies for communicating with operatives in the field. These messages, while appearing trivial to an untrained eye, contained critical information that furthered Emma's investigation. The final piece of the puzzle was the nature of the information itself. Deep Sky provided insights and data that could only come from someone with high-level access to Russian governmental and intelligence resources. The information was too specific, too detailed to be from an outside source. Emma pondered over these clues, the realization dawned on her. The only individual who could have both the motive and the means to provide such information was the President-Minister, Mikhail Petrov. His recent vocal opposition to the Nexuzar and the voluntary departure program aligned perfectly with the nature of Deep Sky's revelations. Emma understood the risks Petrov would face in leaking this information. His actions were not just a defiance of the Nexuzar, but also a bold statement of resistance against extraterrestrial manipulation. For Petrov, exposing the truth was a gamble, a bid to rally support for his cause and to wake the world from its coerced slumber. Emma stared at the web of connections on her wall. She felt admiration and concern for Petrov. His clandestine efforts to reveal the truth placed him in immense danger, but his resolve to resist alien influence and protect Earth's sovereignty was a testament to his commitment to humanity. Emma knew that with this revelation, her investigation had reached a critical juncture. She had to tread carefully, for the path ahead was fraught with danger, not just for her, but for the very source of her information. The story of Deep Sky, the Russian president's covert operation to expose the truth, was a narrative that could change the course of humanity's struggle against its unseen manipulators.